To new developments in our politically charged investigation, where we've exposed police and prosecutors exaggerating and lying in order to charge a group of protesters as a criminal street gang. But tonight, two big questions still out there. What did Maricopa County Attorney Alistair Adele know, and when did she know it? The county attorney denies she knew about the gang charges before they were filed. Adele also claims the cases weren't properly vetted before they were brought.
But ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskobing now obtaining internal calendar entries that show high-level meetings in the days and weeks before the gang charges. Those meetings included top prosecutors, Phoenix Police, the Joint Terrorism Task Force, and the county attorney herself.
Now, before we show you the calendar entries, it's important that we lay out some of the important dates in the timeline here. The group of protesters was arrested on October 17th. Now, in order to get the gang charges, prosecutors brought their case before a grand jury 10 days later on October 27th. Alistair Adele says she wasn't properly briefed before that happened because she fell and hit her head on October 25th. Now, some of what you're about to see is under outside investigation, and it's going to be important to find out how high up in the chain information about these cases went.
These are the 2020 calendars of Maricopa County prosecutors April Sponsel and Nick Machad. They're the prosecutors behind many of the controversial protest cases, including the gang case. Remember, that group was arrested on October 17th, and our investigation uncovered police were actively gathering intelligence on protesters, so they knew the protest was coming days before it happened. That's why this calendar entry on October 14th is notable. The subject, Mobile Field Force / Intel meeting. The description. The purpose of this meeting is to bring together the tactic leaders of the mobile field forces and intel officers from Valley jurisdictions to discuss tactics and intel on recent civil unrest activities. The Maricopa County Attorney, Alistair Adele, will welcome the group, and MCAO Prosecutor April Sponsel will discuss legal strategies.
Alistair Adele has already said she wasn't really or exactly involved in the decision-making process. So this undercuts that statement.
This is defense attorney Armando Nava. He represents a defendant in one of the protest cases.
You know, Adele has claimed, right, that she didn't know about the gang charges, that they were coming down, that these cases weren't properly vetted. But these meetings show that, I mean, there were significant meetings being held by MCAO and law enforcement agencies. So these aren't like low-level cases that just kind of slipped under the radar. You don't think that that really passes the smell test anymore?
Not at all. I don't think that the actual county attorney gets involved in low-level type cases. This shows some organization on MCAO to be a part of it and a part of the decision-making process.
Our investigation exposed that in front of a grand jury, MCAO and Phoenix Police compared these umbrella-carrying protesters to the Crips, Bloods, and Hells Angels. Now again, the group of protesters arrested on October 17th, then charged as a gang on October 27th. In between, another meeting on October 23rd. This time, prosecutors Sponsel and Machad met with the Joint Terrorism Task Force and Phoenix Police. The description, meeting to discuss protest-related investigations.
They had decided in their mind that these were rioters, these were terrible terrorists or whatever, and the confirmation bias got the best of them.
There was one more meeting on October 30th, a riot cases briefing. No other details are listed. That's the same day we broke the news about the gang charges. So what does MCAO have to say about these meetings? They sent us this emailed response. It begins saying since protest cases are still active, we are limited in the comments that we can provide. Now, MCAO confirms Alistair Adele was at the October 14th meeting, but she only provided welcoming remarks and then left the meeting. In addition, MCAO says meetings of this nature take place on a regular basis on a variety of issues, and they attend to explain their role.
MCAO did not answer our questions about whether the gang charges were discussed in any of these meetings. Those charges are under multiple outside investigations, both launched by Phoenix Police and MCAO. I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.